republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Jason Little.
Here.
Patricia Ball.
Here.
Kevin Burke.
Here.
Mike Johannes.
Here.
Brian Ward.
Here. Okay. The first thing we have on the agenda tonight is approval of the minutes from last month. Everybody have a chance to look at them?
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from 2/9/2026.
Have a first from Trish and a second from Mike to approve the minutes from February 2nd, 9th rather. Any other comments? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Let it be known it passes 5-0. And I think we had a special meeting too.
Yes, we did.
I was not there for that.
Yeah.
There's three.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for February 18th, 2026.
Have a first from Trish and a second from Brian to approve the minutes from February 18th. Any other questions or comments on them? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Let it be known it passes. And we had one more.
I wasn't at that one, this one, 3-3, those two gentlemen and you.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from
March.
town council meeting on March 3rd, 2026.
Have a first from Mike and a second from Brian to approve the special meeting that we had on March 3rd. If there's any comments or discussion about them, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Was that everybody? Okay. Let it be known it passes 5-0. Next thing we have on the agenda is comments from the public. Have anybody here from the public that wish to speak?
I do have something that a public member asked me to read. So this is about an event going on tomorrow night at the Lincoln Heritage Public Library. Here are the questions. What are artificial intelligence data centers? What should citizens know about electricity, energy demand, water consumption, and other considerations? These questions will be answered during a slide presentation by Bryce Gustafson from Citizens Action Coalition on Tuesday, March 10th. Doors open at 5:30 at the library. Program starts at 6. It is being hosted by Southwestern Indiana Citizens for Quality of Life, and public and all area elected officials and utility service board members are invited. Light refreshments will be served. So this is concerning knowledge about data centers, what they do, what they are, et cetera, et cetera. So tomorrow night. Thank you.
Then comments from the council. Anybody have anything wish to speak about? There is a tourist thing happening Friday, I think at 8 down at Kersney.
Yeah, I think I have that one.
That's being put on by the tourism.
Spencer County Tourism.
So that's from 8 to 10:30. So I know I'm planning on going to that, and I think
I'm gonna be there.
Trish and anybody else or not. So other than that, I don't have anything. So we're gonna move on with the program. First up, we have fire department with Max.
You've got my monthly report for the month of February. We had 14 EMR runs and we had 3 field fires, so a total of 17 runs. One thing I did not put on there, we're gonna be hosting medicine cabinet cleanout again on April 25th from 8 a.m. till noon at the fire station. So, along
From
with
8 to noon.
Yeah, it'd be at Carter, St. Minor, Luce, and Ohio. So those fire stations, we do that twice a year. So yeah, so you can bring your meds down, dispose of them. So the only other thing I have is the email. Did everybody get the email I sent out yesterday? So you've got the updated bid and the difference in pricing. So.
Did you send that back out to everybody, or?
Yes,
Okay.
Kevin, everybody, Jane. Yeah.
So have we received any others?
No.
Just those two.
Just
No,
those
Kevin
two?
said all I had to do was go to them and have them update. That's what I did. So,
Yeah, I told him the best thing to do would be to go back to RG and say, because the specs were not clear on whether it included that ductwork, to go back to RG and say, what would it cost to put in the ductwork, since you didn't bid that? And it wasn't entirely clear from the specifications, and I believe it came in that Gudorf is now the low bidder with all of the specifications as interpreted.
So, but we gave Max the power to determine which was the best bid, correct?
Well, you have to find a reason not to take the lowest bid, and so since Gudorf is the lowest responsible and responsive bidder, then I would say go with Gudorf.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
So-
I make a motion to authorize Max to accept the bid from Udor.
Second.
Okay, have a first from Mike and a second from Jason to accept the heating system and cooling with Kudar Supply out of Jasper.
okay, I'll let them know.
thank you.
That's all I have. Thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Max.
We need to vote on that.
Oh, yeah.
We have a first from Mike and a second from Jason. Any other comment? Not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Let it be known it passes 5-0.
All right, you all have my monthly report. Just a few highlights. We did get 4 AEDs replaced between the park and the community center, so we're really happy about that. We also completed our mower procurement. We had solicited quotes from All Seasons Lawn, Boonville Lawn and Garden, Fisher Furniture and Appliance, and Hagen's Outdoor Power. And we had 2 quotes come in at $15,989, which was the Sourcewell price. That was the low quote. So we decided to go with All Seasons since we already used them for all of our services. So that's taken care of. And then the park board did approve the community foundation mailbox. Decided that due to the fact that a ground mount mailbox was somewhat cost prohibitive for them, just to go with a smaller wall mount, and we're going to mount it on one of the columns next to the double doors. So good to go there. And then just a few other items of note. We will have our spring flings and Easter things on April 4th. That's a Saturday, Saturday of Easter weekend, and that'll be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Time, obviously. The foyer restroom at the community center, we've scheduled that with JK Forever Homes, and they're hoping to begin work on that the week of North Spencer spring break, which will be the 22nd, I believe.
And that'll make it accessible and,
Yes, yeah, so just to kind of give you guys a refresher, we have 2 restrooms in the foyer that are not ADA compliant, they're too small, so we're combining those into a single restroom to make it compliant. So, and then plastic grip strips, I was able to find a textured plastic grip strip that can be screwed down to the deck of our bridges. So I've got those procured for the park, and then we wrote a grant to the Spencer County Parks Board requesting $5,000 to help us with the trail bridges that are not in the park. So we should hear back on that here at the end of the month or the beginning of next month. And my hope is to get some volunteer help and get it knocked out in a couple of days.
Okay.
So
Very
You go
good.
screw those on, or are they
Yeah.
glued on, or?
Screwing them down, yeah. We've kind of kicked around some different ideas in the past, and due to the location of a lot of the bridges, they stay damp throughout the year. So we felt like it's something that would have to adhere would not work. So we feel like the screw down strips will be better.
Okay, just
So-
curious.
Yeah. Yep. The two larger items of note. So last week, obviously, we had our special meeting regarding the first phase of the master plan at Yellow Park. And I had regrouped with Nick Schwartz and with Clint Rose, who's here this evening. And in going through the numbers, in their estimates, their preliminary estimates, we had kind of come to the conclusion as a group that the playground would definitely be the first priority. And then the parking lot above the playground would be milled up and graded out in this first phase to make sure that we get all of our grades for ADA compliance and other things, with the potential to put a restroom and concession facility there in the future. And then we would address, hopefully, the parking along the south side of Ashburn Road in this first phase. So there's a couple different parts to that. So I guess the first one is, and I conferred with Russ last week, there is potential that we could use or apply for community crossings grant to help with the parking improvements, since we're addressing a safety issue. And then the other piece of this is potentially using the bot procurement method, the build, operate, transfer, to assist us with the playground construction. And I'll have Clint talk about that here in just a little bit. I know not everybody was at the meeting the other night, but basically gave them an absolute high-level max estimate of $3.2 million. Obviously, we want to stay under that number. Our goal is that with the bot, we can save a little bit of money and be a little more selective. It gives us a little bit of flexibility too. If we come up against our budget, we can maybe cut a few things out on the fly to be able to stay under budget. Whereas in the traditional design bid build, we're pretty much locked in. And then hopefully, if we get some community crossings money, that'll be a very substantial portion of the cost of the project as well. So with that in mind, they did send a proposal out, which I had emailed you. It was about 2 o'clock this afternoon when I got it. So I apologize for the late notice. So basically, I don't know, Clint, you could probably give a better description of what this entails. If you want to step up here and
Yeah, happy to.
give them a rundown.
Absolutely.
Drop something.
Thank you, Zach. So yeah, the proposal that you have in front of you is, I think, a summary of our meeting last week. And I guess I should introduce myself, Clint Rose with CHA Consulting. We're officially fully rebranded almost now by the end of this month. So, but yeah, what you have in front of you is a proposal that Nick and I developed based on that special meeting that we had last week. I know it was a really healthy discussion on how to plan for all the improvements in the park area and not doing it piecemeal. So what you have in front of you would be kind of a full plan, a full layout, to Zach's point, of the playground. The playground area would get expanded a little bit from what we originally had in the master plan. It also would include laying out the concession stand and the pavilions for future, so we're not redoing anything. It would also include redoing the parking, and then also some improvements to Ashburn. One thing I think I would note too is we would mill and resurface Ashburn with construction being complete. We would also address stormwater issues that are constantly plaguing Ashburn and the park area as well. So that's kind of what you have included in the proposal from us. So basically, we're looking at everything from an engineering standpoint. The only thing we're not is actually designing the concession stand and the pavilion itself. I think one thing I would note is we would look at foundations kind of with this go around, making sure, again, we're not doing something now that's going to affect those future buildings. So happy to answer any questions on scope. I'm glad to hear, Zach, that you got with Russ. I thought community crossings would be a great opportunity for us and help put some of those costs of the parking and the buffer and Ashburn that would have been in the park budget that we can pull out with community crossings. So any question on that? Otherwise, I can talk about BOT a little bit more. So
Okay. One of my ideas, if we were gonna go out for a community crossing grant, is also try to do some design work for our trail system. There at Casper coming across, and also down here at the village.
Yep.
With same type of situation what they have over here by Holiday World.
Safety lights.
Yep.
Safety lights. I'm real concerned about the Casper, with the speeds that we got going through there and the people trying to pull out onto the highway. And they're also come back in.
So on those are very good comments, Mr. Burke. So on the proposal that you have in front of you, we did include the bot procurement for the park improvements themselves, and then also assisting you with the community crossings. I think we could include those items really for no
Would that
additional.
be okay?
Yeah, we can include those. We'll take care of that. So, yeah, there's not really a ton of design on those. It's more of kind of putting that in the bid application. So I don't think that would alter our proposal any.
Okay.
We can fit that
Appreciate
in.
it.
We've kind of done that with Russ in the past on other projects too, just kind of working together, right? If we got an active project, we'll try to fit as much in as we can, so.
Yeah, Russ and James will be happy if we get that done. Less phone calls from me.
You are, David Jackson.
Any other comments on scope? And then, like I said, if not, I can talk about bot a little bit more.
Go by.
Bot. So I guess first of all, build, operate, transfer, when I say bot for short. It's addressed, Mr. Patmore can probably talk about it as well. It's addressed in Indiana Code 5-23. So in order to move forward with bot, we would have to ultimately adopt, you would have to consider the adoption of Indiana Code 5-23. But it's a public-private partnership is really what it is. Really the benefit of bot is it kind of lets us fast-track projects to an extent. Think design build, but with more flexibility. So I've done bot on 3 park projects now at this point, and then we've done it on a ton of utility projects as well. We've done wastewater treatment plants through bot procurement. We've done water main, sewer projects through bot procurement, park projects through bot procurement. So it's you know, most projects the town has done are what we would call traditional design bid build. So we would design the project, we would then work with the council and your attorney, Mr. Patmore, on setting a bid date. We'd advertise that, we'd open bids at a public meeting, and then award the project if the funding is in place for it. That's traditional design bid build. With bot and design build projects, it's a little bit different. What I am proposing we do on the park project is we would basically, if you award it, you know, tell us, hey, Clint, go ahead and get started on design. We would get started on design. We would work up to 50% design plans is what I have laid out in the proposal you have in front of you. At that point, you know, we would have a pretty good feel for how design is progressing, really nail down where we think we're going to be cost-wise on the project. And to Zach's point, setting kind of a maximum price that the town is willing to spend on the project. So at 50% plans, we would propose, one, adopting 523. If you would adopt that, we would then issue a request for proposals qualifications, and I could work with you on developing that. We would advertise that in the paper, just like we would with any kind of traditional bidding process, but it's really qualification based. It's not price based at that point. So we're really trying to find the most qualified person to do the project. So once we receive those proposals, then we would take those under advisement. Typically what I advise is creating a committee to evaluate those. So again, you're evaluating those on qualifications. But I would back up. I think what we would put in that request for qualifications is that we have a maximum budget we want to spend of this. We would include those 50% design plans that we have at the time. We would then kind of select I call it offer, sometimes you'll hear me refer to it as developer, that we want to enter that next phase with. So that next phase would be what we call the scoping period. So then that selected developer / offer would work with us going from 50% plans to 100% plans. And so really we're trying to get their buy-in on that price that we know that we have available and making changes to the plans to fit your budget. So then when we're comfortable with that, ultimately that committee would make a recommendation to you to award to that developer or offer, as I call it. So, and then at that point you would have a project, you would hold a public hearing. If everyone's comfortable, you would award that and we would go to construction. So it really lets the contractor have a stake in the game instead of just giving you a price for it. So they would be a part of the design team. So we'd really be working together, town officials, CHA, contractor, to go from 50% to 100% and know that we're going to get it done in your budget.
Budget is, yeah. making
That's the
sure it's
key.
in budget,
Yep.
exactly. So
And-
how long, I mean, process to 50%? How, let's say tonight we say, go, 50%.
Yeah.
Where do you see us being at a 50% plan?
So one big thing, that was a good question. It's one we talked about last week as well. So the big thing is Community Crossings is going to have their call in July. So really our plan would be to try to have everything kind of nailed down. That's really the driving factor.
50% or 100% in July?
So really, I think we can be close to 100%. I
Okay.
think Nick had in there 3 months in our proposal packet. So
Okay.
I'm comfortable stating 3 months. I think we can
Okay.
get pretty much there. So ironic, that works out pretty well with that July schedule.
Yeah.
So at that point, then we would know what our ask would be to NDOT, what our ask would be for the Ashburn improvements, the parking lot improvements. So that would be nice to know that as we go into NDOT.
Very nice.
So I think the timing would work out really great. One part of BOT as well is I think it will let us fast track construction. My experience with these BOT type projects as opposed to traditional design bid build, I think we're wrapping up a big project in Boonville that probably would have taken a year and a half, and we've done it in 6 to 8 months.
Awesome.
So again, having that contractor involved in that as we're going from 50 to 100, they can weigh in on lead times, other materials like that, that we can make some of those decisions to accelerate schedule. So when you start looking at the schedule, design done July, we wait on word back from NDOT, we could really get started on construction in the fall, work over the winter. I think there's a chance we could be open in the spring, late spring, early summer of the following year. So trying to make as minimal of an impact as possible on our residents who use the park frequently.
So a 2027 park?
I think it's very possible, yeah. So that's why kind of advocating for the bot method here.
December, maybe.
Just to clarify, the bot would be specifically for the playground portion, correct?
Okay.
Correct.
Or
So
the
yes,
spring.
thank you, Zach. That's a good topic. So NDOT, I do not believe would allow us to use their funds for BOT. So the BOT would be for everything
Right.
park side-wise.
Right.
And then the road project itself, we would have to do traditional design bid build.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe, I actually will have that conversation with NDOT, but I think they're not going to take it. I've never done a BOT with NDOT, but I don't mind asking the question. That's a great
Always
comment,
ask,
Zach.
Always ask.
That is true.
Now,
Good.
the setup at 523, you said?
Yeah, IC 523 is what we would need to consider and adopt, so
What's involved in setting that up?
it's really, and that might be a question for Mr. Patmore, so typically there would be like a resolution that would be made before your meeting is what I'm used to seeing. So I've done that in the past, I could get Mr. Patmore some examples if he needs some, he probably has already done it as well, so.
Is
That's
that
all you need to do is pass a resolution.
So it's
If you-
just-
if
No
you- to
special
use-
accounting
To
or
use it,
anything?
no. You just need to adopt that as a
As a
method to use in procuring projects,
Good.
as an alternative to bidding.
okay?
Yep. So I think really, and you've got time, you don't have to do that tonight, so if you tell us to move forward, again, looking at the schedule, we'll get moving immediately. I would say we'd probably want to look at doing that at your meeting next month, or at the latest, probably May. So we've got a little bit of time, but I can go ahead and get the resolution that I've done in the past with other communities over to Mr. Patmore and let him look at that and have that ready for you whenever you want.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Clint.
Thank you, Clint. So as we can see, the proposal comes to a lump sum basis, excuse me, in the amount of $237,500. So in funds that are available and were appropriated this last year, A&C TIF, there was $600,000 that were not spoken for the bond purposes. There is a TIF bond there. There's additional $179,800 appropriated for that purpose. And then seeded, there's $270,000 that was appropriated. I'd Don't know if the council has a preference as far as paying out this amount down the road when the work is completed for design services. Kevin, I don't know, can we use either of those funds since this is a capital improvement?
Yeah, they're both usable for engineering.
Since we had already labeled some of that money for the playground for this year, where did we label that money from, Zach?
To my recollection, the 600,000, I believe, was out of the A and C TIF.
Okay.
Yes, that would have to be confirmed probably by Jane, but I think that's what the 600,000 from the A and C TIF was for. I can't speak to the seated amount.
No, I know. I think we've talked about this a long time. I think we have hundreds. What would you guess would be a typical Saturday during soccer and fall football? What is a typical weekend attendance? Every living, breathing soul that's human, how many people?
I would say conservatively, probably 700 or 800 people.
Yeah.
On a given weekend.
Oh, yeah.
A given weekend.
Yes.
So I think that the purpose of this is to serve our people, and I cannot think of, other than the numbers are always the scariest, but this is the thing we need to do, in my own opinion.
Well, in every survey we've ever done here in the town, it's always been the top priority.
The playground, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what residents complain about the most is the lack of.
Yeah. Well, and I will say, we've done the best we can to try to patch stuff and keep it going, but it's getting to the point where one of the pieces specifically probably needs to be removed sooner than later, which is unfortunate because really we only have 3 pieces down there and only one of them is really suitable for children under the age of 5, and that's the one that's probably in the most need of being taken out.
That's a bummer.
So, yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that, so. But, yeah, if the council, would wanna entertain, approving this proposal, and I don't know, do they need to authorize myself to, execute the contract, Kevin, once you review it, or?
How should it be?
Is the lump sum going to be payable all up front, or is it payable
No.
by phase, or?
It's mid-billing.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll bill it based on progress.
Okay, yeah, so I was wondering, because this doesn't really say anything as far as when it gets paid, and we can't pay for services in advance, obviously,
Right,
so I didn't
right.
know what you were envisioning here as
Yep,
far as
no,
payment.
You know how we are.
Okay,
It'll
just wanted
be
to
the same.
make sure, so yeah, I would have to review the contract, but I assume it'll be a standard engineering contract that we've seen many of before, although CHA, it might have changed a little bit, but,
Very minimal. I'll
Yeah.
get you a copy
Okay.
tomorrow.
I make a motion
Good.
to move forward with the Jim Yellig Park Phase 1 design services by CHA.
And I second that.
Okay, first and second from Jason and Patricia.
are you authorizing someone to sign a contract upon my approval of the terms of the contract?
Yes.
So you're amending your motion to,
Make a motion, I amend my motion to make Zach available to sign the contract when it's readily available.
Are you seconding?
I seconded that amendment, yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I have a first and second with the amendment. Any other discussion on this? Anybody else? Like I said, I would like to see what I spoke about for the community crossing grant added.
And while you're talking to NDOT, extending, I don't know how difficult it is, we've talked about it a little bit, making the speed limit 45 all the way out there.
I can definitely help
I
set up a
know.
meeting to discuss that. Russ
Tried.
and I can work with it and try to get
Okay.
a meeting set up.
It's just safety. you
Yeah,
know.
I would recommend we can reach out to Rusty Fowler, would be our best path.
Yeah.
Typically what Rusty would do is look at their traffic engineer involved, so I'll coordinate with Russ and see.
And we don't know how that was just something tossing around. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, happy to.
Okay,
Maybe we could discuss, nothing against you, with Jane at a later point of the dollars that we have left over from this, moving that to Indiana Trusts.
Yeah,
to draw some, like we did
to
on the fire
grab.
engine, to draw some interest.
Because we did
Yeah.
grab some
Yeah.
good interest from that,
Yeah.
so.
Sure, I'm all for that.
It's just sitting there, we can do something with it until needed.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
Okay. No other comment? We're gonna call for a vote. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Let me know, and it passes 5-0.
Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Really excited. We're excited to get started.
I just can't get used to that name, though. CHA.
Are you calling yourself CHA or CHOP?
Yeah, it stands for Cloud Harbor and Associates.
Okay.
So they like to say CHA.
Okay.
I said CHA.
See, I like CHOP. Somebody start calling you CHOP, just deal with it.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Because I seen that name when it came across the, who the hell's that?
Cloud Harbor and Associates.
I know.
This is
It's been a
awesome.
30-year,
This is awesome.
50 years since that company's been around, something like that.
Yep.
It's been talked about for years.
This is
Anything
awesome.
else for me? All right. Thank you all so much.
Thanks for coming.
Don't spend any more money.
Like I said,
No, I know. It is all good. This is a good move.
See the building inspector.
Yeah, he has an illness in the family.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I need to hear
So,
that.
let's look at his notes real quick, since,
Yeah.
inspection report.
Not much happening.
Some improvements there,
Very little.
I don't see any new construction review.
No. No new certificates of occupancy, nothing.
Hopefully that will start to improve with.
Yeah, we'll see that in next month or
That's
so.
weather, yeah.
A little muddy right now.
Anybody else have any comments about the inspection? Okay. We're gonna move on.
I believe everybody has monthly report. Trish, I don't know about you. Your email never works.
I know it
It's
doesn't,
weird.
I don't know why. It's
Um,
okay.
Okay. It always
okay.
kicks it back to me.
I know, it's
I don't know if that's-
Patricia dot Wall, just,
Oh, it's Patricia, not,
oh, yes. No, I think it is Tricia. They changed it. I don't know. It's changed like 3
I
times.
know it kicked it back. to
I
me,
get
so
some, I
there's-
get some.
Okay. I thought you did. Or I'll just email your other.
Yeah, you can
You
email.
got a few.
He emailed them this afternoon.
Yeah, I sent them out to everybody, even Trish, and she didn't get it. It always kicks hers back.
Yeah, they're not in the
Well,
packet.
they're, yeah.
Can you go over them for the council, each one? Do you have a copy?
If you give me your copy, I can.
We don't have,
We don't have them.
we don't have copies.
Let me have his. They're in the email.
I don't have your, I don't think I do.
It's not in here because she did these on Sunday.
Yeah.
Somebody else wants to go real quick, give me 5 minutes.
Jane is at the clerk conference she goes to every year, and it's a big deal. She learns a lot. She takes a week of classes were already, what did you say, yesterday or today?
Yeah, they started this.
Yes. So we're glad you're here, Abigail.
I didn't print it.
From a conference. Sometimes you just go to think, already doing that, already doing that. Yeah. I know. We enjoyed that with school.
That's not a turn. Let Russ
We
go.
can move him.
Let Russ go.
I know.
Okay.
Let us go, try this. I can start.
You
Okay,
can just do
go ahead and do
trails.
that.
Just do
Can I stay
trails.
seated?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go back and forth. I don't really have anything to report on trails other than the update that I've been giving. We have the one current project, which is part of the Next Level Trails program. I know that the weather has not been our friend this year, so that's delayed start. I was in contact with the contractor this morning, and they are ready to go. We've gotten items approval here in the last couple of weeks, so we've got their blessing to move forward. So as soon as the weather starts cooperating, there will be dirt being moved. So right now, contractors looking at setting up this weather station, GIS and all that stuff out there, working on a laydown area for all the supply materials. So
Good.
that's where we are.
Okay. Anything with street?
Nothing to report.
What about that bump on the turnoff, where you turn off to go into the villages, a real bad, rut, but I don't think that's your, yeah. Where am I
Road.
talking? Coming from the visitor center, if I'm turning, that turn lane has a terrible, tell me I'm the only person who knows this, everybody knows this. You're coming from the high school,
Okay.
turning off to go into the village, there's a really bad, it's before, it's on the main drag.
So that would be NDOT then. That would-
Okay, that's what I thought, that's an NDOT issue.
Guess we don't use turn lanes, I guess we just.
Yeah, you guys all miss it, I'm like cautious. No, I know you know where it is, you'll just have to look, just look. Or go feel it with your car. It's a bad one.
You're
I'm
supposed
surprised
to, you're
nobody's
supposed to stay
complaining.
on the road.
You're so cute.
Russ, back on the trails,
Timmy Jim.
the school's okay with the delay that we've been having with the weather and that, or
I'm sorry?
with the trail project down there?
The school's not having any conflict with this being a weather delay?
Absolutely not. In fact, I would reckon that if we can, do the bulk of the work during the summer, that would make them that much happier as well.
Much happier, yeah,
Okay.
yes.
But as I've mentioned many times, they're very excited about the project, and I think they are anxious to see some stuff, so. I know that the contractor did meet with Todd last week, I believe, and ironed out some of the few final wrinkles that they had to take care of, so, yeah.
It's a big deal that the town of Santa Claus is, making a nice trail down there.
It's a huge
that
deal,
area.
and I think it's a win for both. I think it's a win for the school corporation. I've seen it myself, you guys have seen it, the cross-country folks are running typically down the middle of the road sometimes, I've been there. So it'll give access to different points out there, even just between different complexes, if you will. in high school.
I mean,
This was one of the very first trail projects that we started.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It was.
yes. It was
Yeah.
well, other than the fire station trail, that was kind of an in-house design, build thing, but yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
2010,
yeah,
I
Yes,
think, when it was first conceived.
that's
so-
when we started, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Still like to get it finished from Casper all the way down, connect,
Do we have,
so.
2 miles.
we
See
have
how-
money in that trails fund?
You're talking about like.
In case part of it caves in,
I
or,
think it's like 37,000, but I think we've discussed team development would be a good opportunity for resurfacing, sealing.
yeah, because I think a lot's gonna start happening.
And I believe because it's technically a complete street, we can use team development for that.
Yeah. I mean, trails are notoriously durable though,
Oh,
because you don't
yes.
have vehicular traffic on them.
Yes, right.
As long as it's got good drainage under it, then
Yeah.
they usually last.
Because they're actually designed for vehicle traffic. I mean,
Yeah.
they're NDOT specs, so they should be very durable.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have some, like you said, some surface things to rise, some.
Right.
Yeah.
There'll be things, I mean, it's just.
Yeah, if there's subsurface
life.
issues, that'd be the biggest thing, is if
Yeah.
there's subsurface issues, or some idiot is driving a truck or something down it, that they're not supposed to be. Which we have had happen here in town.
I think that's all I had.
Industrial park, you got anything for that?
Industrial park, I will defer to the honorable Mr. Johannes for that.
Go ahead.
So this is kind of involved, but last Thursday, I had a meeting with Russ and Zach, and then Jane came out, and I wanted to look at where the bike park was going to be. I've seen drawings and stuff, but I physically wanted to see that and see what type of access there was going to be for it. And then also looking at the land that was sold, 6 acres that we did a couple of weeks ago, and see how they work together. My original idea when I went out there was to see where, if we could extend Ruby Winkler Drive, but then once I got there and started looking at where these two locations are, where the location of the bike trail is proposed to be and where the land is for the sale. There has to be a better way to get to this, and so I went driving around, went down Bow Road, and then we figured out that that would be a pretty nice entrance for both properties, both things. And so we had discussions, we talked to Russ. Bow Road is very narrow. You can't get two cars, going opposite directions down that road at the moment. But I also looked at how much money was in the industrial park fund, and there's about $336,000 between the industrial TIF and regular industrial fund. And since I've been on the council, the only money that we have spent out of the industrial park was to put signs up about 15 years ago. And every year we just keep moving on. So I think there's, a couple of years ago, we gave money out of that fund to develop new wastewater lift stations down there, which I went down and saw the lift stations, and they're fabulous. They did a great job of putting those in there. So what I'd like to propose, we talked about two different things. One, Russ suggested that we just wanted to clean the road up, and his guys could do that. And
Widen
we could
it?
put gravel on it, maybe widen it a little
A
bit.
little, maybe a little.
It would be very minimal.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no,
Right.
go ahead.
I have other comments, but,
Yeah.
we maintain currently about 3/4 of a mile. But
It's in
essentially
your
what
email.
we really maintain is just basically your lift
Well, I
station.
sent it to everybody,
As far as snow removal, now.
I didn't send it, I sent it
Now,
to
once you
Jay.
get past or up through that little coal
Not
right
thinking she
pointing out,
wasn't here to print.
that's where it's gonna get tricky, because you're probably gonna widen the road, widen that culvert right there. And that's about an 8-foot culvert, so it pretty gets out of speed. I think we could do a little bit of remediation on the west end, but further east you go, the tougher it's gonna get. So we would just be able to really, do some minor amenities, put some ditches in there, some, round the road a little bit, make it a little better driving surface. Beyond that, I'd be afraid of how deep we'd have to get in the thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And then, depending on how much traffic it gets over the next few years, at some point, we could come back and look at it and possibly.
More.
Put chip and seal on it and make it a little nicer road going back there. So, that's what I'm really wanting to do is come up with a cost, Russ, come up with a cost to do the work.
To clean it
Get
up,
some gravel on it to make it
accessible. and nice.
reasonably passable.
Yeah,
One place I would start, and I don't know if Kevin would know this now, that was an old county road. That was
Yeah,
kind of
right.
outdated. Would it be feasible, or would it be wise to survey that prior to doing any work, Kevin?
Most likely, yes.
I thought so, so I think we need to start.
Well,
with
and we've
survey.
got, I've got Cash Wagner supposed to go out there and survey the 6 acres. That's what we're waiting on the transaction with Mr. Warren, is I'm waiting on the surveyor. I had Brosmer, and they just ghosted me basically, so I've got Cash Wagner supposed to be going out there to survey
Yeah.
the 6 acre piece off.
Because there was some of that on the east, where we went, when we were going east, about questioning what part was actually the town's and what wasn't, and if there were easements. I mean, I know there's easement on that one driveway, but there's a loop back there too. We wanted to know whether
A loop.
There's a loop?
easement.
So you know where Ed and Brenda's easement is for their driveway. What they had done is where the road stopped, where the gate is.
yeah.
I think somebody brought that point up, but they, like I said, they just made a loop driveway is all they did right there.
Oh.
I don't believe it has any legal standing, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, so you can go down the main road and
Really?
turn in there.
'Cause I backed up
at the beginning of
last
their
time I went
driveway and
down
just
there.
switch back onto the main road.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably for their
And then you
postal
can
delivery or
go
something, maybe.
So I just, if everybody's willing to look at this, I
Yes.
think we can
Yeah.
have Russ come up with a cost and
Yes.
with gravel and that type of stuff and.
So there you go, another job.
The county hasn't
Just like
abandoned that
those
road,
treasure
have they?
meetings, nothing-
I know.
It's a town street now, I believe.
There it is.
It's a town street.
Okay.
Okay, Yeah, because it's.
That's why it's named Boo Drive. Boo was one of the founders of Midwestern. Yeah.
Okay.
Or,
So-
I don't know if he was one of the founders. He was one of the engineers that laid out the industrial park and stuff. That's why that name is on there.
So when we got to the gate
Okay.
and that drive or road whether continues on east, is that part of the town's road?
It is until you hit the village property line.
Right. all
Oh, wow.
But we allowed somebody to put a gate up there.
Yes.
But if we, at some point, if we wanted to continue developing that road, we could.
Remove the gate.
That gate.
That's
taken out.
correct. Actually, that gate was there before my time. And again, I think it was done just because that guy keeps equipment back there, capital,
Okay.
you know, expensive things. So I believe the town let him put that gate up there in order to keep folks from playing. Because, you know, you gotta remember back in the day, that was a playground back there.
Right.
Four-wheelers and everything.
But that road goes all the way back in to
All
the
the way
village.
to the
Yeah,
And
it's-
at some point, if we wanted to develop it, we could
Yes.
develop.
I didn't know it went that far.
It was actually turned into Donder, or turned into Donder.
Right,
Yeah.
straight up on Donder.
Yep.
Huh.
It's the maintenance, where you go back
Yes,
to the
the
maintenance.
maintenance, I know exactly where it
Yeah.
is, yeah. I drove back there, but only to the gate, and then I just backed up.
So, and that's where it gets a little tricky, because that road hasn't been maintained for years, and,
Yeah,
who knows what you'll find when you start poking around in there.
yeah.
Yeah, and right now, I'm not talking about.
Yeah, we wouldn't even need
I'm just
that.
talking about back to the gate.
Yeah, just,
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I could foresee, and again, I don't know what the plans are, but even, you know, a couple hundred feet past that gate, like I said, if you were looking for a better parking area, or if you
Right.
needed a second.
there's some flatter area back
Yes,
there.
like that.
Mm-hmm,
And so one of the things I was gonna ask is where the lift station is, the length of that fence on that road. Gravel over all of that, so that if two cars are trying to pass on that road,
they're
one of them
good
can
place.
get over right there. And
Yeah, well, see, that's kind of where we, I guess, part ways with it, because if we're gonna go to that extent, I mean, you might as well engineer it right up front, because all I would do right now is just maintain what is there. Does that make
Right.
sense? So, I mean, maybe I'd have somebody come back and take a look, just give me an idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know, not to make anything, just say, hey, here's what we're looking at, what do you think of all our budget number will be?
Yeah.
So if it is an existing gravel road and it's on your street inventory, we technically could do community crossing improvements on that.
And that's also true.
Yeah.
Again, the timing, and we don't know where community crossing is going. I don't know if you heard it, but I haven't really heard
I
it
think it's
for
gonna
a long
continue with
time.
the once a year call for foreseeable future.
Oh, so it's down to one?
Yeah, so in July.
That makes sense.
Yep. So if you're gonna go in for yelling this July, you can potentially plan on doing something next July if you wanted to.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's on
this
your
is not
inventory.
urgent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something that allows us-
Looking at it this year, so that's
Because
fine.
I have, sorry, I mean, if I read the rest, I have done with several communities where they have an existing gravel drive, NDOT will allow you to pave an existing gravel
Ooh.
drive, so,
Wow.
They will?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so if it's okay with the council, just get somebody out there and just give me, you know, an idea of what to get us to the gate.
Yes.
I think so, I mean, that's wasted space otherwise. Cause isn't there nice land back there that's just, like, nobody can get to it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Zach said that it would work with, before there's question about parking.
Mhm. But that would be
That land would,
an alternative.
so that corner would be a
Yes.
good parking area,
So-
right, staging area.
So I spoke with Brad, or well, I emailed Brad, looked back over the original proposal of the park. And basically, there's two features, that were part of that 6 acres that could be relocated. And then the beginner trail, there's enough moderate topography back there that we could probably reroute the beginner trail. We may have to shorten it a little bit and then shorten the intermediate trail, but we felt like we could still get all the features back there.
Yes,
Good.
So,
good, that's good.
yeah, and he didn't feel like it was really posing issues, you know, still haven't heard anything back, regarding the grant. But he felt like even with the changes, it was still.
We can make it work.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the big thing is the land.
Yeah.
There's still enough land there available for a match, so he didn't feel like it was a major issue. So
Yeah.
it's doable.
Okay.
So dig in, Russ.
So
So,
you'll get with,
oh yeah, absolutely.
okay.
And then, I don't know, where do we leave the surveying?
I was just gonna ask, for instructing the surveyor, are you wanting the north and south right-of-way lines marked all the way back to the gate? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would think
I
so.
think yes.
Okay. On what interval do you want it marked?
What's typical, I don't know.
I don't know, I mean, depends on how many flags you want out there.
It's line of sight driven
Yeah.
typically, so I don't know what the terrain's like back there.
Yeah, I don't either. I've never been down that road, to be honest, I don't think.
I've only been to the gate.
Oh, I've been down worse, I'm sure. I mean, it's, I'm a country
Your
boy.
line of sight would be to, just past the lift station, past that culvert.
Yeah, there's one place where,
Yeah.
if you're standing on.
I mean, there should be pins on the north side.
I'm into this
There's,
conversation.
yeah, there should be pins on the north side of it. I mean, they should have existing pins along the north right-of-way all the way through there because of the industrial park. When it was surveyed for the industrial park. I'll check on our old survey from the industrial park, and that'll help them, obviously. The southern one might be more, they might just go with the presumed right-of-way for an old county road, so.
Okay. The other question I had is, if you go where Maddox is Maddox lot only what he's developed, or does it go all the way back to? All the way back to. On the Boo Road? And
Yeah.
So both of them and Paws.
They
would
own
have
acres.
Double
Yeah.
access.
Oh, that would be awesome for her.
Santa Claus actually.
She would love it.
They cut a little trail up through there. I
Yeah.
guess on GIS here, where, I guess when during construction or something, they cut a trail up through there.
Yeah.
Probably also. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, it will give them double access.
Yeah.
So Maddox has purchased all from them is up to Santa Claus, is that what it is, or?
No.
I
We're going,
myself-
talking backward toward,
Yeah, yeah.
from Ruby
They
to
own everything
Bow.
Between Ruby Winkler and Blue Road.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
both of them on that whole strip.
yes, yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
sorry, we did like 3 other things.
Oh, you're
so
fine.
It worked out.
No, that's my fault.
No, it's okay. All right,
Okay, you're back up.
so
You got the
gotta
month's
understand.
report,
Yeah.
if you have any questions. And by the way, once you get past that gate back there, we got a pursuit back there one night, and the person we were pursuing made it through that gate. Our police vehicles would not. Once you get back in there, it's bad.
Yeah, I'll walk
It's about like going back here. on this.
It's a murky mud.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But at some point,
At some point, yes, but, yeah, you wouldn't want to drive back there right now.
Not now, for sure. So are you anticipating the seasons changing and these, I mean, you've had plenty,
Yeah,
but it's gonna get to be plenty more.
yes, it's gonna start getting busier.
But you've had plenty.
Yeah, yeah, it's still been pretty busy. Actually, this month's already started off. I think he just got some methamphetamines, some fentanyl from one of our establishments here in town. So, yep, it's here in town. So, which is dangerous for these guys when they're testing it. Todd tested it, it come back positive for fentanyl, so it's scary that it's coming right here in our back door. So, I anticipate it to continue with, the other 2 large establishments that are getting ready to open, so, unfortunately. And they can't control that, so we'll do the best we can. We're fortunate we have a pretty proactive, yes, sir.
did you send a copy of this
All through email, yes. Yeah.
to?
I sent it
Christmas Lake?
to Christmas Lake. No, but I will.
The new director asked if she could get a copy of this,
Yeah.
okay?
The village part, the village portion of it?
Yeah,
Yeah, the village.
Yes. Yeah,
which
I'll
is
give
a
that to
large portion.
you. It is, yeah. We had a lot of calls in there this past month. Yeah, I'll get that to her tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I have her
send it
email.
to, until we have a chance to look at it.
No, I want you guys to look at it first before I give it to anybody else.
Well, that
Okay.
stinks.
Really all I have.
Cars okay, or we
Yeah.
still have an issue with that?
No, so far so good.
Okay.
We have one that was, yeah, knock on wood. We just had one dropped off at, On Duty Depot in Owensboro today because the backup lights quit working on it. And that's an issue from where they put the actual red and blue lights in there. Something's caused that to not work. So he dropped it off today. Fortunately, he's off the next couple days, so we should be good.
Good. Okay, good deal.
Okay.
Good. Thank you for all the
Thank you.
running to get us this.
Yeah, I apologize, I didn't have
Appreciate
it.
it.
I sent it to Jane, thinking Jane was gonna.
I know.
I forgot all about
That's the,
Abigail being here, I would've sent it to her.
nobody's fault. It's just
Yeah,
common circumstances changed.
yeah. Also, the hiring process has been put on the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy's website, and I took what Pat Moore gave. And I don't know if that's stuff you wanna talk about at a later time. But basically, I set it up to take applications through the end of March, which is typical, for that position, for 3 to 4 weeks. And then potentially have someone, after the council interviews people, potentially have someone in mid-April.
So they can shadow.
That will give them time, them, he, she, whoever it may be, that will give them time to learn how to do budgets. All the there's daily, we check in pretty much with the academy stuff. You gotta add training every single day that you get it. And then, of course, to introduce them to the
Staff.
community. Prosecutor, sheriff, Dale PD, all the different locations that they'll be responding to and assisting. So that's my suggestion. That's what I put it on the Law Enforcement Academy's website, to be set up kind of that way. Now, that can be taken up or down, however we choose to do it. And at this point, we'll just wait and see who applies.
Yeah,
Yes.
You guys want to go ahead and
We may
discuss
as well,
part of
it's
that
right
now,
there.
instead of waiting?
yeah, we did playground, so we might as well do
I
that.
think I would like, just for knowledge, I would like to have that put in the Herald and
Yes,
the
that's-
Virgin News,
That's the plan for tomorrow.
okay, and also put it on the town's website,
Yes, yep, I can do that.
so that people can't come back and say,
They didn't
They
see
didn't
it.
know.
I didn't know anything about it, you know, get the.
No, absolutely, and I agree. That was the plan for tomorrow. I'm taking it-
Courier still goes out too, doesn't it? Evansville Courier, there still is an Evansville Courier.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
just hit it.
I have, so, for me, I was just elected, which it's unfortunate this year, but I was elected the vice president of the Southwest Indiana Training Council, so we take care of all southern Indiana, and it involves, on the board, police chiefs, sheriffs from all the other counties, they're aware of it, so they're already,
Good, okay,
so
good.
I've actually had a couple EPD guys call and say, hey, we're interested, we wanna sit down and meet. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
send
No
your
offense.
information, you can sit down and meet with
Yeah.
somebody.
No offense to anyone, but to have
I
a
think
large pool
we need
to
to-
pull
Oh, absolutely,
from
yeah, absolutely.
I think
is so
we do,
important.
Don't you?
And I wanna make sure we have the right person that continues to
Yes,
do what we're doing right now, cause right now we got a good thing and I don't wanna see it go away.
a large pool.
Yeah.
Mike, go ahead.
Talk about this now.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
ahead and talk.
Okay. Kevin and I have talked a little bit, but what do you think about accelerating the schedule? Having the applications in here a little sooner so we can have.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
You know, if we can cut it off like the, before,
I'll be honest, my suggestion would be, I know there's at least 4 people have turned in resumes, to my knowledge,
Oh,
to Jane.
good.
If you guys are okay, I can go through those and say, you know, this is who's applied, and then send them to you guys and start interviewing people now as they turn them in. That'd be my suggestion, but that's however you wanna do it.
So what we've done in the past is we've had 2 council members
Yes.
that would sit down with you
Yes,
and go through those.
Yes.
Cut it down to 2 or
Yes.
3 people, and then do interviews with whatever number, it could be
Yeah.
4, I mean, there's.
yeah, whatever.
And then bring that back to the council for their, you know.
Let
see
them
what
make that decision,
Our
yeah.
recommendations are, and then the whole council gets involved and makes the appointment.
Yeah.
That's the way this has been done, I'm not saying. it
Yeah,
has
no,
to
no.
be,
I agree with that. I think that's how it should be done, and I've spoke with other police chiefs across the state, and there's nothing, for that position, you're not hiring just a typical road officer to come out here and do that stuff. You're hiring somebody to do administrative stuff.
Right.
And deal with the public and deal with all those calls that are coming into the building. What a lot of them will do is, as the applications are coming in, allow a hiring committee or whoever it may be, to look at those, determine, but continue to, not just say, okay, we got our guy right here, let's stop. Wait until the final.
Right.
Yeah,
That way you're not interviewing
Yeah.
20 or 30 people at the end. You've already got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them already interviewed, and you've already got those cut down to 1 or 2, and then you just keep going until that end date. That will expedite the hiring as far as, okay, we've already interviewed these people over the last 4 weeks. We know that John, Joe, and Billy and Mary are at the top of the list. At the end of this, boom, you already know who you're gonna bring in and hire, if that makes sense.
so none of
Start
the
now.
applicants though would be tossed out? It would
No.
just be,
No.
okay,
No,
okay, it would just be that you would give recommendations, but then there would also be, because sometimes,
With the committee, I don't,
okay,
not my place to make a
Okay.
decision for this position. It would be me, 2 of you, whoever wants to do that. Look at those applications, those resumes, and say, okay, this guy here doesn't qualify, or this guy here doesn't qualify. And you really only want to interview a handful of people.
yeah,
I don't want to give an exact number, but you really only want to interview a handful of people, because I'm telling you now, I've looked at applications over the years being here, and you'll get people, not saying for this position, but you will get people that will apply with felonies. You'll get
Yes.
people that apply that don't even have a driver's license.
in the school system,
So
we
you can
had,
easily eliminate,
yes, we had people apply who had no
Yes.
credentials for
Yeah,
principal's jobs.
absolutely. So you can narrow a lot of that down and make it expedite and make it a lot quicker
Yeah, and that's.
by having a committee to go through them as they come in.
Okay.
because what I'm worried about is, once we have somebody in mind, we offer them the job, whether they accept it or not, they're going to have to give their current employer, I feel,
Yes.
2, 3 weeks,
Yes.
Yeah.
I would honestly, me being from a business owner, I would require that. That's just me. I think it's a professional thing to do and come in and offer, go in and give 2 weeks' notice. Now, if that employer says, I appreciate you giving 2 weeks' notice, but you can go ahead and leave now, that's different, but,
Right.
because you gotta think, someone qualified for this job by state, by the academy standards, they have to have a minimum of 5 years full-time on. They have to be in good standing with the law enforcement academy. So that's gonna eliminate some, because you'll get a few guys that apply that's had 1 or 2 years on. So you can eliminate them right away. So the 5-year minimum and things like that, so.
So what I would like to see done, that we select a committee analyzes all the applications, and then we bring 3 or 4 back who we feel, rather the committee feels, that we should talk to further, and offer everybody to come in and talk to them at the same time. So, everybody's in the picture of what's going on, and, but, for everybody to sit there and look at every applicant, I think we're taking a lot of time of everybody.
I do think we need to make sure, though, that everyone knows we're being as fair as possible. That's,
Yeah, absolutely.
James, could you
And-
get us a qualification outline? that
yeah,
will
like the
state-
5-year thing, and
Yeah, I'll have all that for
can you
you.
give it, okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll email that out to you.
so we know.
Yeah. I would also suggest having myself, because I know the town better than most. I know the ins and outs of how the process works as far as dealing with the academy and the attorneys and everything like that. I would suggest 2 council members and 1 member of the public that has nothing to do with law enforcement. I don't care if it's a teacher or whatever it may be, somebody that you guys want to select or somebody that you may know to sit in on that committee. Ultimately, the public's going to be the ones dealing with them too. That's my suggestion. You don't have to do that.
I would like to be on that committee, because I have been. for
In the
last
past, yeah.
several times.
I myself would like to be on that committee.
I was also on the executive board of the Indiana, Southwest Indiana
Yeah.
Law Enforcement Training Council for a
Yeah.
little while too, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mike wants to be on it. Did I hear Jason?
Yeah, I would, I mean, Trish?
I would like to be on it because I think I see things from a little different perspective than some people do. So, you know, just,
I like to see, you know,
but I don't,
I don't want to have a majority. when
we
we're
can't
going-
have three.
Well, they can be executive sessions.
They could be executive
Interviewing
session.
prospective employees is a valid reason.
What about
In fact,
discussion
If you have
of,
an official committee, even if you don't have a quorum, it does have to meet open door laws normally, but, and you should make a memorandum of the fact that you have meetings with these people, but it's an executive session.
Can you bring in a member of the public and put them on that, even in executive session?
It's an official committee.
If
of
it's
the
official
town of
committee,
St.
okay. That'd be my suggestion, is bring some.
but that's open to public?
No,
Okay,
but
good.
you would want to
Because
maintain,
executive
you want to
all-
make a memorandum, you want to tell Jane when you're going to have these interviews, so she can prepare the memorandum where you certify that that was the reason for your meeting of this committee, to interview prospective and receive information about prospective employees.
So what about perusing the people who, just perusing the applications? Can that be done at,
That's what we've done in the past.
Yeah,
Is
you
go
can.
through
Yeah, you can do that.
the
Technically, everybody should be able to look at that, who's on the town council.
Yeah, the town council should be able to, yeah.
okay,
And
The council make a or, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, this committee that you're forming, because it is an official committee, any official committee also has to normally meet open door laws, but it would also qualify as an exempt reason to have an executive session. So this committee would have executive sessions to interview prospective employees, so you'd want to maintain a memorandum of that meeting and certify that that's what you did, just like you do in your executive sessions here. But it would just be the committee who
Okay.
does this.
But the council could go in, look at every application, and say,
Yeah.
put a check mark that we've seen them, and whether we want to pursue
Yeah,
the interview with the people, and then turn it over to the committee.
yes.
Okay.
okay. Big shoes.
So, based on James's recommendation, we need to find somebody from the public who would like to sit on it. Then I would still like to see, you know, 2 or 3 people from the council, you know, start the initial interview after everybody had a chance to look at the applicants.
Right.
And if any of us, you know, want to definitely bring this person forward, we just make a note on the application, who looked at it, who didn't, and then we'll schedule an interview. Then once we get down to our 3 or 4 people, our finalists, then we can bring the whole council in if we want to do it that way for interview in front of all of us.
So I would just need clarity. Are we, like if I come in as a council member of the town of Santa Claus and request to see the applicants' applications at any time
Jane should.
during
yeah.
business
Yeah,
hours,
Jane should give you
and
access
then
to
I
this.
could notate,
Just like a personnel file or anything, yeah.
like do a little checklist, okay?
Mhm.
So, and then those would go to
The
committee.
committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, I
Just
just
start
need to
scheduling it.
clarify that what's legal and,
Yeah, there's nothing illegal about her disclosing that, too.
I know.
Yeah.
okay, okay. I think that would be good, because then we can all peruse, hopefully, the pool of applications we get.
Because you might see something
I
different
know,
than what
I
I
know.
would see. And likewise, Jason, you know,
Exactly,
might disagree with both of us,
yeah,
so. or
exactly,
Mike, or
and that's fine.
Brian.
I'd rather us disagree than always get along.
You know, it's an important position we're trying to fill, and we like to do it right if we can the first time.
It'll make us think.
I would say, when you're talking about looking at them, when you go to Jane and you get it, maybe, you don't wanna write on the resumes, but put a Post-it note on it.
That's what I think, a
with-
little,
With your name, and then move to the next stage.
We just
Yeah,
have
I
a
think we
sign
should
up
look
Move
sheet.
to the next stage, or do not recommend that
Yeah,
stage,
initial or
something
put
like
a,
that.
yeah. We're gonna have to have some kind of strip where we mark
Yeah,
this stuff. Yep.
something you can put approve to go to
Yep.
the next stage, or you disapprove, and then,
Jane could add a sheet to each
Yes,
packet.
yes,
A blank piece of paper.
Yeah.
yes, that's
Then you
it.
can make a
And
comment.
you can comment on
it.
it or whatever.
yes,
Go forward.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think that those applications need to be looked at in here
yes, me too.
and not taken out of
No,
town hall.
never out of town hall.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they actually should be like in Jane's
Jane.
office or in that office area. Yeah,
Well, and probably no council member should be contacting current employers or anything until you're,
No.
at some point, you're gonna make this, by
Yeah.
Indiana law, you have to request their personnel file before you hire them.
yeah,
Yes.
But obviously, you don't wanna do that with everybody, because some
Yeah.
guys may not necessarily want their town to know they're looking for their employment, but
This is-
once they meet the stage of, these are our final three,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you have to think about, okay, well, now we need to, and then talk to them and say, we're going to request your personnel file, because
Yeah.
you are a finalist for this position.
right. This should just be a perusal.
Yeah, that's- I'm just saying.
Not a contact.
We've
No.
had, yeah, I mean, it's happened before, obviously,
Yes.
people
Yeah.
start
Somebody
contacting.
might back out of it.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
would say,
If you tell them
yeah.
you're going to request their personnel file and they've told you I have a disciplinary history and you know they did.
Yes, right,
So
right.
they might say, forget it, I don't want you to.
Yeah.
I would say suggest when you get to the top 3 or 4, whatever you decide, and you pull them in to talk to them, I would notify them, look, you're in the top 3.
Yeah,
So with that being said, we're going to pull your work history from your previous law enforcement agencies that you've worked for, and then go from there. And generally, so once you request them, the agency has 10 days to get it to you. So just be aware of that. They have up to 10 days, and I'm telling you, some of these bigger departments, you'll get it on the 10th day. Some departments won't send them at all, even though state statute says you have to send it. It's a crime if you don't. But so just be aware of that. When you interview your 3, you're gonna have to, or when you finalize it to 3, you're gonna have up to 10 days prior to getting that, their work history. So that adds another 10 days to this, so I know you wanna expedite it and make it quick.
yeah,
And we can very well do that. I think the people that are gonna apply, once they see it, I've already had several calls. I think if they're gonna apply quick. They're not gonna wait a month to apply for the position, they're gonna apply right away. And you are right, a lot of guys are probably not going to tell their current employer, hey, I'm applying for this position, until they know they're in that top 3.
Okay,
okay.
so,
We can do a subcommittee of these 2, but
No, you can go ahead.
I know I would like to just peruse the applications. I really
You wanna
feel
be on the
like
committee, that's fine, I don't.
there's just different eyes. Different eyes see different things.
Oh, I agree. I've missed stuff that these guys have picked up, and they said, man, did you see that about this guy?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't see it. So, it's always
No.
have
and like I said, you know, I would like to see, you know, if we start bringing people in,
Yep,
and you guys made a comment, we'll let you know that we're gonna bring this one in. If you wanna sit in with us, you're welcome
right,
to.
right. Because we could
Okay.
make it an executive session, okay?
Yeah.
So we really don't have to,
What I'm
Dig
just
too
trying to
deep.
do is weed some out if
Yes.
we can.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes.
there's gonna be, yeah.
that's why I
So,
think,
But I want everybody to know who
yeah,
we're looking
who we're
at.
dealing with, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say,
So-
could you please note, add a paper to each of the applicant files so that we can, jot notes.
and have each council member's name there, I would
Yeah,
think, where
yeah.
we initial that we came in
Yeah.
or didn't come in.
And we
or-
don't have to,
Or if we
right?
had any comments, there's enough room where we could jot something
Yeah.
down.
Yep,
Are you wanting to move the date up? for
do we want to
submission
move the
of
date
those?
up?
What was our date?
Was it the end of the month?
March?
in March, March 31st.
I think we could probably leave that date, but if we start interviewing people beforehand, where we can start,
End date's March 31st. I'm guessing you will probably get anybody who's going to apply, honestly, within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. And after that, it becomes stagnant
After
news.
that, it becomes stagnant and they're not interested.
So you want to cut it off?
We might start the process.
Shoot, we're already to the 9th.
Anytime.
We're already at the 9th. We
Yeah.
might as well leave it to
We can,
31st.
we
Cut
can
it off.
start anytime.
Yeah, you can start interviewing people. You can start,
Somebody comes in March
Yeah,
30th,
yeah.
and
right.
say, well, God, this guy is.
Yeah, magnificent, yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
Let's consider it.
We're already at the 9th. Let's
Yeah.
just leave it to the 31st.
Let's go to the
And we'll
31st
start the
and be done.
process now.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because you heard them say expedite it. If we have to wait 10 days, then that's April 10th.
yeah.
Right.
And what is the date we're looking at for,
May 22nd will be
Okay.
my last day.
okay,
And May 22nd is my last day, it's a Friday, and I will be here on May 22nd if it takes that long to get this person to get it, and they'll have my phone number. So they're more than welcome to call me, Joey Brown,
Yeah.
he done that for me. I called him, a year after being into it, I'm still calling, saying, hey, man, how do I?
yeah,
There's a lot of questions, the academy's really good, the attorney up there, Raquel, as far as answering questions, they'll have all those contacts.
okay, good.
And they'll be able to call me for however long they need me.
So if we don't get paperwork.
At free charge, I'm not gonna charge you
You're
$10.
not gonna do consultant fees?
No, no
And you're not
consulting
gonna change
fee.
your phone number?
No.
Okay.
Um,
So May 20.
So maybe we could have Jane have the package ready for us next week to start looking at. And then,
Well,
as she
it'd have to
gets
be
them,
end
she'll
of
let us
week.
know, and you know that you can look at them before us too.
It would have to be.
Yeah, I've kinda, there's a couple I think she's got that I haven't had a chance to even look at,
Yeah.
but there's been a few actually come through me, and then I just take them over to Jane.
Okay.
and
I
say,
think
"Here
we
you
need
go."
to establish a log,
I think by
you know,
3/20.
when we received them, and
Maybe say, Jane, have
But sh-
something ready by March 20th, because she'll be coming back, and then her life will be crazy. Or maybe 18th, you think she could have it as soon as the 18th?
we'd
Just
call,
have-
we'd call her Monday.
Yeah, yeah. Because her head's gonna be full. Okay,
And you could even draw something up too, if you got an idea, you know,
yeah,
what,
she knows what we're
Yeah,
looking
I would
for.
rather do it.
Okay,
It's not me. That's clicking, but it's not
Okay.
me.
I thought it was somebody him. Anyway, so we have to vote on this committee or
it's usually
what
me,
we got?
it's not
do
me.
we need to vote on the
You
committee?
are appointed to a committee.
Okay.
But are we doing a committee? Are we doing it the way we said and having executive session? How are we doing that?
I think we should have a committee where, like I said, we start looking at it.
But, I mean, the problem is you don't know who you're going to appoint onto this committee yet, which is gonna slow the process down here. You're gonna have to put somebody from the public.
No, that's a suggestion. You don't have to put someone from the public if you choose not to. That is just a suggestion.
Committee, you have to know who your appointee is.
Exactly, exactly.
to establish.
Yeah, so we can't appoint one tonight.
Yeah, so you don't have to have
No.
a
No,
member of the
quit.
public. It quit, whatever it was.
Huh,
And the committee's gonna be two,
I would think 2 or 3.
because if you have three, you have to have a public meeting.
You know, you can do an
You have an
executive.
executive session of the town council, where only three of you show up. You could just say, well, if three of us show up, all five of you show up, all five of you show up. Just
Turn his
set an
off,
executive
Zach.
session to review.
It's his.
the applicant.
Let's just
Battery's
do that.
going dead.
Keep it simple.
That's right. Yeah, that's easy to do.
Because we can all go in and look at it, and, you know, if we want to attend, based on the recommendation, whether we want to have to bring that person in or not.
Let's just go that route.
That's probably the easiest, but if all five of you want to show up, you can.
Okay.
That way everybody can be involved. It'll be 100% council.
yeah, that's what I think. I think that we get to peruse the applications is huge. You know, it gives you a feel for what you're even looking at, but we do need to know those standards, 5 years.
I'll
that-
get all those to you.
Yeah, that's important.
So let's just set a committee with all of us on it, and we.
Set an executive session for the purpose of receive information
And that's just gonna depend on what we see.
Depending on whether you're gonna do prelims,
Yep,
finals.
it depends on, it depends on who we get.
Get a ladder going.
If we get
If there's a field
12
of
people.
64.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead, get somebody to set this up, making that. We're gonna have 5 of us on this committee. Okay. Can I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Have a first from Mike,
Second.
second from Brian and Jason.
So let's get into the part that nobody wants to hear.
Wait a minute, we gotta vote.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So, any other discussion? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Let be known we got a committee.
All right. Now you want to hear the part that nobody's going to like?
No,
So, pay, none of my business. I'm the guy that could care less what this person gets paid. But just know, there is a lot of responsibility with this job, even in a small town. So I'm gonna give you an example. If one of our guys in this town, reserve, full-time, part-time, don't matter. If they get involved in something that hurts someone, it don't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, the first person that's named on the lawsuit is your police chief, while I'm home in bed sleeping. Because that person is responsible for all their training, that person is responsible to get that training, make sure it's completed, make sure it's turned into the academy, and that person is responsible for them 24/7. If they hurt someone, again, that person is named first on every lawsuit. They taught us that in the academy. If you get to that position as chief, just know that you can get sued at any time while you're home sleeping. With that being said, also just know that a normal officer that does not have those responsibilities, that come in and work an 8-10 hour shift and goes home and doesn't get sued when one of the other officers do something. Jasper starts out just a regular patrol guy, more than what I make. Vandenberg County starts out way more than I make. Just a normal 1-year deputy, no responsibility. Go out, pull a couple cars over, go home. Just be aware that every Ferdinand Police Department pays what I pay to patrol Ferdinand. So you may want to start thinking of money when it comes down to this getting, or you're not going to get anybody.
now,
I can assure you of that.
when you post this, what is pay in the post?
No,
It's never in the post?
that's not my responsibility. It's not
Okay.
not my decision to make.
It's just a recommendation.
Yes.
It's just a recommendation.
Mhm.
Just know that every agency around us, just a normal guy going out, stopping a few cars, makes what I make or more. Now, with that being said, I chose to come here and work for that. I made good financial decisions when I was younger. I come here to work for what I'm working for, and I chose to do that. The next guy's not going to, or the next girl. I find it that it's gonna be very difficult to get one to come here and work for what I work for.
Yeah, to get somebody to relocate and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So,
We'll have to find out how much they are expecting and.
Yes.
that'll be part of the
It'll be negotiable.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm just putting it in your head to be
Yeah.
prepared, because that's gonna be the question.
Then we'll have to do a salary or change salary ordinance then, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's change salary ordinance.
So that's a question that most men and women coming in here for this position are gonna ask.
Yep.
Is it worth me leaving Evansville Police Department for $90,000 a year,
Yep,
being a patrolman, to come here? Just saying. My wife just signed a deal with the hospital down in where we're moving to in Florida, $25,000 sign-on bonus plus a $5,000 relocation fee.
of course.
Now, that's a nurse, that's not a cop. I don't know what the cops
It's not a
offer, but
teacher or a cop,
not
yeah.
interested in being a cop in Florida. So, but just saying.
Yep.
And you come from school, you know the
Oh,
pay's
yeah.
not,
Mhm.
people are not dropping
have to
everything
love
they're
your
doing.
job.
Yes, it's about the love of the job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's important to me, and that's why I gave you 3 months' notice.
Yep.
It's important to me because I have a son who works for this town, who will probably retire from this town, I have another son that lives here in this community. It's important to me that I know they're safe when I'm in Florida. And the right person's here doing the job. That's all I got.
Big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Once again, I appreciate your help, and I'm looking for your advice moving
I
forward.
appreciate that.
Appreciate the number of years that you've been here, part of the community, and
Yeah, I started here March of 2007 as a reserve police officer working for free, and then eventually went full-time, so.
maybe we can sell you a lot up here, a vacant lot where you can sell.
Well, let's just say I may keep one, just in case. I have a few. But that's all I have. Sorry for taking so much time.
No, we knew it
No,
would. We knew it would. That
Not
was the
worried about
plan.
time.
Sorry why I had it at that.
It's kind of important,
Zach and
like way
you
important.
It is, public
These
safety,
are-
yeah, public
yeah.
safety is important to
You're
me.
not so much. Those
And-
guys.
Yeah. Public safety is important to me, so I'm passionate about it, or I wouldn't have been here this long. So,
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
thank you, James.
all right,
Thank you, sir.
Guess what? You get to talk for hours now.
No, I am gonna be brief.
Your wife was making a terrible sound.
I do have a couple of preemptive statements. First of all, James, I do want to wish you luck in your next adventure. We will always be here for you if you need something, let us know. Appreciate that. And again, I forget where we left the survey deal. Is that something I move forward with immediately, and who's going to pay for it?
I've already got Cash Wagner supposed to be here doing that 6 acres, so I'm gonna reach out to them about how much, I'm still waiting on their cost.
He's going to get an estimate.
So I'm gonna see how much
Gotcha.
they're charged just to mark off that right away.
Gotcha.
While they're down there. Maybe they'll find it-
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, they're all remarking the north line there where your lift station is back to where the 6 acres is.
Yep.
going, so.
Yep, makes sense. So, yeah, the more you can get out of one guy, the better off you are.
Exactly. And then, like I said, the north line should be easy to find.
Yes.
It should be thin.
I could probably go up and find a
It
pencil,
should be
so.
thin all along there because
Yeah.
of the industrial park.
I don't know what other
Well,
tip-
Santa Paula, there should be a pin. Santa Paula's,
I don't remember if those are 5 or 10 acre lots though, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
I think they're
I'm
5.
gonna, let me see what Cash Wagner's lots,
Okay.
those are that change.
Long meeting.
Last preemptive remark that I want to remind all the department heads, that when you have an Americans with Disability rehab done, please let me know what that is, because the Department of Justice is sometimes interested in knowing what you've done. So, just like James said, if I see black SUVs showing up outside my office, I'm gonna send them elsewhere. But no, because I know we paid David Mayo some money some years ago to do a survey for us, and he basically gave us a chore list to do. So if there's anything that's on that chore list, I wanna make sure we mark it off so that we can show. Obviously, also, if the state or the Department of Justice would come down, they want one person to go to, and that is moi, okay? Appreciate it. That's all I have, under preemptive strikes. Back to the report, really, that's all I have, other than, looks like under the water, we have, I think, what is the second reading of the ordinance for the rate increase,
Yeah,
and I believe subsequent
yes,
approval. Is that right, Mr. Patmore?
yeah. No, we were doing we had our public hearing.
That would have been the second reading.
We did second reading?
It should have been the second reading. when we had-
I thought it was first, that's why it's still
You
on.
had to introduce it, then you had a public hearing, then you had the second reading.
Okay, so yeah, we've done it. Let me go back and look at these minutes real quick.
Yeah. That
Done?
It would have been the second reading that happened after the public hearing.
Okay.
You can't have a public hearing until after it's been introduced. Then you have a public hearing, the second reading.
Says public hearing on here.
There.
Yeah. Underwater?
Did you do wastewater last?
No, we haven't done anything for wastewater.
No, it's underwater water.
Water flooding.
Oh, it's not on the, you're not talking about this.
You know what? I picked my agenda up off the table there. This must be last month's, this must be last month's agenda.
Rest of the month gone.
And Jane even had the courtesy to send me one. I didn't even run it off. I took it. This is from February. I apologize.
And you don't remember what you did?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. That is hilarious.
Okay, we're
We
good
can
now.
take that. Yeah, so unless there's anything from my report specifically that the council would like to address, I would be happy to do so. Other than that, I'm good.
No?
We got a Midwest invoice.
I wouldn't know that, I don't have the right agenda. Okay, so that is for the engineering. I wasn't sure if even Jane was gonna get that presented.
Yeah.
But this is from the original CIPP rehab. This is for the construction engineering, and we did have a not-to-exceed cost for that, and this will finish out that not-to-exceed cost, Mr. Clinton, if I've said that correctly.
I think that sounds right.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's right.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. So, yes, this work has been completed by Midwestern. Again, they did a fantastic job. As you know, they are multifaceted here in town. Now you have Clinton ready to take on the park, the town park. They've worked with us on trail projects. They've worked on it with us on water project and wastewater projects. So, one-stop shop, those guys are. But anyway, so this is the remaining of the original $127,500 not to exceed price. So this will finish up the engineering for the cured in place piping project rehabilitation.
So is the amount then the 155?
I'm sorry?
155.
There's amendment to the agreement here too.
Okay, she added that
Yeah.
as well.
That's
So,
what I'm asking about.
I have not seen that. So there was an original price
Right.
cost that was sent with
And then it
that.
says amended 28K to go to 155. So now we're at 155. Do we need to approve this amendment?
I would say yes.
Yeah, you need to approve that.
Okay.
I should have approved before you. Is this finalizing out the 155?
No, that's finalizing out the 127,005.
Okay, yeah, so before you, okay, so as long as you're not exceeding 127.
Right.
Approve this first.
So we should probably, approve this one first.
Yeah, you can approve this as long as it's within 127, but before you exceed the 127, you should approve this.
That makes absolute sense.
You should. So you can approve the invoice first.
Yes,
The
yes.
3405.
Okay, I make a motion that we pay Midwestern Engineers $3,405.
Second.
Have a first from Patricia and a second from Jason to approve the invoice for 3405. Any other discussion on this? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Let it be known, passes 5-0.
And,
And we got the
amendment.
amendment.
I make a motion to approve the amendment to owner-engineer agreement, number 1.
The 28,000.
Should I say the 28,000 or should I just say the amendment?
Well, amending the, it's amending the construction engineering and project representative increase by $28,000 from the $127,000.
So can I just approve?
So moved.
So moved, so moved.
Okay, I have a first from
That's why.
Patricia and a second from Mike. Any other more discussion on this amendment, number 1? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Let it be known, passes 5-0.
Yeah. It's, I didn't know which number really, so it was all numbers, I approve all numbers. Okay,
Okay.
So the amendment or adjustment, if you will, that is to get us as-built
To where?
prints of all of the work that was done. I know they've been working on it so far. And I believe, Clint, that strictly is for as-bills for the CIPP project. And that entails a lot of stuff, areas that were done,
Yeah.
laterals that were lined. There are instances where the services were not reinstated, so those will all be on there as well. So there's a lot of work to do yet on that.
I believe that's correct, yeah, I spoke to that earlier today.
excellent.
I think that's all I have.
You're off the hook.
The council can get back on the correct agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, Russ.
Thanks, Russ.
Kevin, you're up next.
I have 3 ordinances for you.
Yep.
The first is the second reading and adoption of ordinance 2026-03, An ordinance readopting employee policy and procedure manual of the town of Santa Claus, Indiana. You recall we had the first reading last month. It's making the changes to various holidays, the PTO time, all that good stuff that's been previously discussed.
Okay.
So we would need a motion to approve the second reading and adoption of ordinance 2026-0.
Make a motion to approve the second reading and adoption of ordinance 2026-03 for the employee manual.
I have a first from Jason, a second from Brian to approve the ordinance 2026-03. Any other discussion? I think everybody had a chance to see that. So there's no other discussion. If we can call for a vote, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Let it be known, passes 5-0.
I also have for your consideration the second reading and adoption of ordinance 2026-04, an ordinance adding chapter 1.98 to the municipal code of the town of Santa Claus, Indiana concerning claim payments in advance of the town council allowance. As you recall, this allows during emergency situations, certain routine payments to be made by Jane prior to a meeting where you do allow those, because normally you are to allow those prior to her payment. But this is second reading.
Make a motion to approve the second reading and adoption of ordinance 2026-04. It's advance payments, allowing the clerk treasurer to make emergency advance payments without a meeting.
Second.
Have a first from Jason, a second from Patricia, on ordinance 2026-04. Any other discussion on it? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. It passes 5-0.
I have for your consideration the first reading of an amended ordinance of the town of Santa Claus, Indiana, of the town council of the town of Santa Claus, Indiana, wages and salaries for 2026. This is ordinance 2026-05. Jane and Russ, I believe, discussed this. It's to raise the OSHA pay coordinator from 75 cents an hour, bump up to $1 an hour, and to increase supervisor pay up to $32 an hour. In case you get any certification.
I had recommended 33, but that's fine. Well, actually, if you look at,
It'll be
I believe
32.
it's the lead person, what is the lead person's salary?
Lead person is 30.
Yeah, so the supervisory position needs to be higher than that, and they were the same, and that's my fault. I thought the supervisory was $33 per hour.
Well, she got supervisor hourly up to 32 is what she changes. She has supervisor
Two
two
hourly.
hourly up to 35.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
You want to take both to 35 or just?
No.
You want to keep them leveled?
No, that will get you,
So 33 on the supervisor?
I'm good with that.
Supervisor one,
Yeah.
Yes,
32, he says is okay on supervisor.
I'm good with that,
32?
yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. And so keep it as is, as you wrote it.
Okay.
Mhm. Oh, I'm sorry.
Supervisor 2 is
This is
35,
section- Yeah, right in here.
Yes. A
right?
whole lot more responsibility.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
okay. Okay,
So we would need a motion for the first approve the first reading of ordinance 2026-05.
Make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 2026-05. It's a ordinance amending the salary.
Second.
have a first from Jason and a second from Mike. Approve the ordinance 2026-05. Any other discussion from anybody? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. Let me know, passes 5-0.
That is all the business I have for you this evening.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And we do the second reading of this salary orders
Next week.
Next meeting.
next meeting. Is that okay, Russ?
Yes,
Mhm. And then we got
it'll
through,
be retro back to whenever we appointed that.
and we did get through the miscellaneous section, so clerk treasurer and vouchers,
Yep.
right?
Unless anybody else has any questions about
The miscellaneous section.
If I could interject for a minute, I just wanted to give you all an update on the town website progress. So we had our first training, last week on Wednesday, I believe, wasn't it, Abigail? Was it Wednesday? Yes, so Abigail, myself, Jesse, and Jane set the first round of training, and then we're having the second round of training this Wednesday. And then at that
website will go live.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
I'm
Been
looking
a long
forward to
time coming.
It's been a process.
it.
I
It
know
needs to be
Jane told
here.
me they said about a year, but I thought it'd be done a little
Yeah.
sooner.
It's needed to be done for many
Despite our best
years.
efforts, I will say, yeah, Jesse Mullins really led the charge on that, standing on top of them and making sure we can keep things moving along, so we're getting there.
Good.
So let us know when it's
Yep, up and going.
up and going.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, clerk?
Alright, so I have the vouchers, the general voucher in the amount of $97,066.69.
Make a motion to approve the general voucher in the amount of $97,066.69.
Second.
First from Jason, a second from Patricia on the general voucher. Any other discussion on this? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Let be known. All those opposed say nay. Let be known. It passes 5-0.
We have the wastewater voucher in the amount of $122,000.64, or $64.62.
Make a motion to approve the wastewater voucher in the amount of $122,064.62.
Okay, have a first from Jason, a second from Brian with the wastewater voucher. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Let be known, it passes 5-0.
And then the last voucher is payroll in the amount of $100,769.34.
Make a motion to approve the payroll voucher in the amount of $100,769.34.
Have a first from Jason, a second from Mike on the payroll voucher. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Let be known, it passes 5-0. Before we move on to adjournment, I just want to go back to miscellaneous category 1. Anybody else have any other discussion on those 3 items that we had there? Okay. If not, we can go on with the signing of the vouchers.
Yes, it is.
Like I'm buying a house. Yours hasn't made it yet, Kevin. It's coming.
Just one time.
It's just one. It's the handbook.
I didn't know if
Yeah,
we
it's
had
the
an-
handbook, that's
had
why.
an initial each page.
I know, it's so thick. I know, initial. That would not be the coolest.
One other thing before we adjourn. James, suggested that we have maybe somebody from the public. I don't know if we want to entertain that or just leave it the way it is.
I think if we get in a pickle, that would be a great way to integrate the public. But at this point, I think the public can trust that we're very concerned about making a great decision here. And so then I think that could be our,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I have nothing else. Anybody else? Okay.
I'll
we
check.
have-
He has to sign yet. Then we're done.
Okay, we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Appreciate everybody coming here within the public, and